Chinese authorities said today that they will enforce a crackdown on foreign news reporting of the protests in Beijing, saying the government now must approve coverage of all events. Officials specifically cited reporting in and around Tiananmen Square, which has been occupied by the students for almost 3 weeks now. Since martial law was imposed in Beijing, the protests have gotten smaller and it has become harder to coordinate protests throughout the country. NBC's Arthur Kent went to the city of Xi'an in central China to look at the protest movement there.
Northwest University in Xi'an. Student demonstrators and their teachers, many of them forced home from Beijing by the government's martial law decree, regroup on home ground. Their challenge? How to keep the movement for democratic reform going.
I think the democratic movement will go on until our people will win.
20,000 Xi'an students took part in the Beijing demonstrations and staged one at home recently that turned violent. At secret strategy sessions in their college dormitories, students plot their next move. They've been on strike from their classrooms since May 16th. Martial law has blacked out news coverage on events in Beijing and around the country, a major threat to the movement.
We can't get any news from the official media, so we have to listen to VOA and BBC.
From their own broadcast tent in the city center, students relay the news to the people. This is where the battle of wills between China's reformers and the government is being fought, and the demonstrators continue to draw local support.
The students' success in spreading the news is best measured in the reaction of the authorities. Overnight, they have stripped Xi'an Central Square of any trace of protest.
Under cover of darkness, everything was removed. Posters and newspapers on the bell tower, gone. The makeshift announce booth, gone. The crowds of curious onlookers, gone. In spite of the crackdown, factory workers keep up with events by word of mouth. But many fear the consequences of joining the students on the street. Others refuse to even talk about the situation. I sympathize with the students, says this man, but I'm afraid to do anything to help. For now, the government in Xi'an is playing a waiting game, confining dissent to the city's campuses and hoping to break the spirit of the student protesters. Arthur Kent, NBC News, Xi'an.